This is what the police sent me. This is what they found from all the footage.
Hi, this is Mr. Frightening, back with another episode of the scariest stories captured on camera. In today's video, we'll review some of the creepiest ghost apparitions you've ever heard. Don't expect these to be anywhere low on the horror spectrum. Clips in this video feature the worst ghost stories ever told. Witnesses of these apparitions were spooked to death, so it would be better if you can turn down the lights now. Let's start with true terrifying horror stories that are scaring viewers on the internet. The Suitcase. Our first clip comes from a TikTok user, Time to Wait. The woman in this clip was doing her chores while she heard a strange noise in her backyard. She says she's a tenant, and the shed of the landowner was left open at night.
That's my shed. And that's their shed. But it's unlocked.
Curious to find out who's inside, she takes a torch and enters it. It's dark, and the room breathes in grave silence. One side is filled with cobwebs and dust, whereas the other part seems to be in use by someone. The woman is taken aback by the eerie atmosphere of the small room. She finds an old suitcase, which has a strange liking to it.
There's cobwebs over here, but there's none here. In this space here. Okay, so now that I've actually climbed in, it's not as funny. Look at all this. There's no cobwebs on any of this stuff. Wait, what is this? What the? I'm not playing with this. I'm not playing with this. I didn't catch it, but it was right.
Fond of old stuff, she decides to take the suitcase with her. But, as with all strange old things, you shouldn't touch them without permission. But our OP is adamant, and she decides otherwise. She attempts to open the creepy suitcase, but as she does it, she starts hearing a strange noise. Watch it closely.
It's not really working. Come on. I don't know. I mean, I don't think... What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Holy shit.
It sounds like the shed door just opened on its own. The woman is now freaked out. Cautious of her own safety, the woman carefully walks out in the yard to check what's going on. It's nothing at first, but as she inches closer to the ghosted shed, in a moment, she could hear a baby crying from a distance. She's spooked, as there's no one inside the shed.
My kids are with their dad. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay.
In the next clip, the TikToker opens the mysterious suitcase, and we get to see what's inside. She could find a phone book from the olden days and a bunch of old magazines. Unaware of the history of the suitcase, the woman packs it back and leaves it aside. But little did she know what would happen with her. In the next couple of days, she started to witness strange events taking place around her house. It all starts with the entrance door of the shed moving by itself. The eerie door only raises more questions for the woman.
It's just moving back and forth. The wind isn't even going. I need to call someone, like, to come.
She's terrified now, and a natural flight response kicks in as she rushes inside her car and tries to flee. But to her horror, the lights on her dashboard are now blinking.
I'm gone, but the car's still doing this. Dude, what the Oh my god.
After returning to her home, she gained some composure and started recording this.
Whatever you are, leave my fucking house now.
In it, we see that the stepladder appears to be moving all on its own.
We can clearly see that the stepladder in her kitchen slides by itself. Then, an oven glove falls over the floor.
There's nothing over there. Holy Okay.
The next morning, she noticed a strange fire burning in her yard. Taken aback by the sight of it, she hushes outside to check out what's going on.
There was another fire at my house. I moved the camera over to try to show you, but I don't realize that you can't see it. It's just that little black spot behind the umbrella. There was nothing that I could visibly see that started the fire. I looked before, everything in it, so there was nothing.
And that's not all. The woman could hear eerie noises outside her home at night. Afraid of the unknown, the woman has asked the police to check what's really going on. She has shared the security footage, hoping that the police would solve her problem. The police have given their report, but what has been discovered will spook you.
This is what the police sent me. This is what they found from all the footage. This is 2 weeks ago at about 10 p.m.
The footage shows someone crawling around the yard on all fours. The figure's movements appear to be inhuman, more like that of an animal.
And I have to wake up at 6 a.m. I know I was in bed. I know I was in bed.
The security footage shows a strange woman crawling secretly in the yard. The woman is now scared. To her dismay, the police have just reported that the woman in the yard could be none other than the woman herself. She's now even more unnerved. She can't imagine herself crawling in the yard in the early morning. She seems to have no memory of it. So, what do you think is really going on here? Does the mysterious suitcase carry a ghost or a sinister spirit to her home? Is the spirit possessing the woman's body right now? Whatever it is, you get to decide. Make sure to comment below. Haunting nuns. Our next clip was shared by Ricky Now TV, and it is making waves as one of the scariest stories ever told on camera. The YouTuber has cautioned us that this video might contain the real apparition of something truly sinister, so watch it at your own risk. The story starts with a YouTuber clicking a photograph of nuns just a month before the incident. Here's the photo. Just after that, he says he's seeing a lot of nuns walking down the street wherever he is, but when he asks people around the same horrifying scene, they respond to him in disbelief. They see no such thing. Scared of his reality, the man decides to capture the scene with his camera. Here's an excerpt of the footage he has managed to capture from a moving car. On the left side, there are several black figures walking past the street, and certainly they'll look like nuns. What makes up for a spine-chilling moment is that as the footage continues, more black figures can be seen going past the car. Yet, the creepiness doesn't end there. As the man drives by a small building, the camera has captured the sight of a strange shadow staring back at him. So what do you think is going on here? Why is this man seeing so many nuns? And why does everyone seem to disagree when he asks if they can see the same view? What could possibly be the reason for so many nuns walking in one line? And what was that strange figure in the building for? Is the man being followed by a sinister entity? What do you think? Comment down your theories. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel right now. We post true horror stories every day, and there are 2 hours of horror stories compilations for you. So make sure to subscribe and smash that bell icon so you don't miss out on the latest updates. Who the hell is that? Our next clip comes from a Redditor, Navy Beans. The homeowner has been alerted by some strange activity outside their house. He receives an alert SMS from the security service. He wakes up to this clip. In the clip, a naked man can be seen eerily walking past the house. The other camera provided a close angle on the man. It appears that the man is acting strange. He's baffled to see the houses around and looks in disbelief. He returns to check out the garden hose, pulls it, and then goes to the other side of the house. He sneaks behind the truck and cannot be seen anymore. After a while, he can be seen exiting the parking area and then dashes off the driveway and is lost from sight. The homeowner laughed while watching the naked man roaming around his house. He says he might be a Terminator who just appears to have come from the future and is clueless about his surroundings. He further mentioned that his massive house is located near a mountain. Neighbors are miles away. There's no activity around that can explain people landing across the driveway by chance. I don't think it's funny, but I would rather have the police probe the matter more seriously. The viewers of the post have suggested that the naked man would certainly be a drug addict who lost his way and just happened to crawl down a few estranged blocks. Still, they would report the incident to the police and would not compromise on their safety. So, what would you do if your security footage shows a clueless, naked man wandering and tinkering with your property at night? Comment down what you would do in a situation like this. Who are you talking to? Our next clip comes from TikTok, uploaded by Men Be Safe. It's going viral on the internet. The clip shows a security guard who seems to be talking to someone we can't see. The facility hasn't been disclosed by the OP. Still, there's an eerie liking to the clip. Take a look.
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
The video has gone viral as the actions of the security officer have baffled many. It has crossed 4.7 million views on the internet. The footage comes from the room of the communications officer, who's taken aback by the security officer talking to an invisible entity.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to
Responding to the question, the officer reveals that he is talking to Miss Abigail, who's interested in talking to Mr. Griffin in private. The officer just told Miss Abigail that there's no one around on the campus, and to meet Mr. Griffin, she can pay a visit tomorrow. What's downright chilling is the telephone officer warning him that Miss Abigail passed 2 years ago. How could he possibly have a conversation with her anyway? Anyone hearing this gets out of sight right away, but the security officer is adamant. He asks if she really can't see Miss Abigail in the footage. The officer confirms there's no one in the corridor. The man is now spooked to death. He flees from sight, pleading for his life, and that's when the clip ends. Some viewers suggest that the security officer might have just had contact with an actual ghost, whereas others say that it all seems to be a staged hoax. The voiceovers are just too fancy. And one of the viewers, Richard, also shared his personal experience as a security guard. Here's what he had to say. I did security for 8 years. I saw and heard stuff during graveyard shifts. Nobody believed me. I finally quit my job. It freaked me out too much. So, what's really going on here? Are we seeing an actual ghost paying a visit to a security facility? Or is it just an elaborate hoax to draw attention online? Comment down your theories below. If you like this video, make sure to check out our YouTube channel for more true terrifying horror stories. There's a lot of the creepiest ghost apparitions ever caught on camera, so go and check it out right now. We'll soon return with another blood-curdling horror story. So until next time, it's goodbye from Mr. Frightening.